HTML Tutorial Series. Part 4th, Buttons, Bookmarks, and Images. Welcome to the fourth part of our HTML tutorial series. In this lesson, we'll cover how to use buttons as links, create bookmarks, and work with images. Let's dive in. 1. Using a button as a link. You can make a button act as a link using JavaScript. This can be useful for navigation or when you want to perform an action. Before navigating. Example. Button on click equals document.location equals default.html HTML tutorial/button. In this example, clicking the button will redirect the user to default.asp. 2. Creating bookmarks. Bookmarks allow users to quickly jump to different sections of your page. You can create bookmarks using the ID attribute and link to them using the ref attribute. Example. H2ID equals C4 chapter 4/H2. A ref equals #C4 jump to chapter 4/A. To link to a bookmark on another page, include the file name followed by hashtag and the ID of the bookmark. Example. A ref equals html_demo.html #C4 jump to chapter 4/A. 3. HTML images. Images can enhance the design and appearance of a web page. The HTML img tag is used to embed images. Example. img_src equals pic_trolley.jpg alt equals Italian trolley. img_src equals img_girl.jpg alt equals girl in a jacket. img_src equals img_chania.jpg alt equals flowers in Chania. Image syntax. The img tag is self-closing and contains attributes only. The two required attributes are: src specifies the path to the image. Alt provides an alternate text for the image. Example. img_src equals URL alt equals alternate text. The src attribute. The src attribute specifies the URL of the image. Ensure the image stays in the same spot relative to the web page to avoid broken links. Example. img_src equals img_chania.jpg alt equals flowers in Chania. The alt attribute. The alt attribute provides alternate text for an image if it cannot be displayed. This is important for accessibility. Example. img_src equals img_chania.jpg alt equals flowers in Chania. Image size, width and height. You can specify the size of an image using the style attribute or the width and height attributes. Example with style. img_src equals img_girl.jpg alt equals girl in a jacket style equals width 500 px, height 600 px. Example with width and height. img_src equals img_girl.jpg alt equals girl in a jacket width equals 500 height equals 600. Image in another folder. If your images are in a subfolder, include the folder name and the src attribute. Example. img_src equals images/html5.gif alt equals html5 icon style equals width 128 px, height 128 px. Images on another server/website. To link to an image on another server, Specify the full URL in the src attribute. Example: imgsrc equals https://earlwebmaster.com/wp-content/uploads/2024/02/crop logo 100x100.png alt equals HTML5 icon style equals width 128px, height 128px. Animated images. HTML supports animated GIFs. Example: imgsrc equals smiley.gif alt equals HTML5 icon style equals width 128px, height 128px. Image as a link. To use an image as a link, place the img tag inside an a tag. Example: a ref equals default.asp. imgsrc equals smiley.gif alt equals HTML5 icon style equals width 128px, height 128px. /a. Image floating. Use the CSS float property to make the image float to the right or left of text. Example: PINGSRC equals smiley.gif alt equals HTML5 icon style equals float right, width 42px, height 42px. The image will float to the right of the text /p. PINGSRC equals smiley.gif alt equals HTML5 icon style equals float left, width 42px, height 42px. The image will float to the left of the text /p. Common image formats. The most common image file types supported in all browsers include apng.app, gif.gif, ico.ico.cur, jpeg.jpg.jpeg.jpeg.pjp, png.png, svg.svg. Chapters summary. Use the HTML ing element to define an image. Use the HTML src attribute to define the URL of the image. Use the HTML alt attribute to define alternate text for an image. Use the HTML width and height attributes or CSS properties to define the size of the image. Use the CSS float property to float an image to the left or right. This concludes part 4 of our HTML tutorial series. In the next part, we'll cover more advanced topics such as HTML forms and multimedia elements. Stay tuned!